Better Up Customs. Still on this damn dunk. Anyways. Burnt my forehead. I just ran into these damn gas tank straps. Well, let's see. Get a shot of my ugly ass real fast. Got my forehead. And I gouged my glasses into it. But anyways. Had some time to get in here. So, cut it out. Plasma cutter. And I went a little into here to keep everything rolled nice. Let's see. Piece I cut out. I'm gonna get it to totally fit in there nice, be able to fully weld it, and then I'll have one piece that I'll strip in. But I'll make it, yeah, as you can see, it's pretty straight up and down. I'll make it fit in there nicely. I'll leave a little gap in between both sides so the weld goes into it, fits nicely so the weld is not sitting on top. And yeah, I don't know, it took forever to get to part, whatever you want to call it, part 4, I guess. But as you can see, all the double layer structure is still there. It's all thick. As long as your weld penetrates, penetrates. If Polly Carteen is watching this, he just got excited by the word of penetration. So yeah, that's that. Once this is done, I can bolt the whole frame up. Still working on the back. Things haven't been going too good. The bank, the new shop, shit like that. So yeah, this is all just hanging. We had to use the jacks underneath here. This is the T-type. It's getting all set up. It's gonna be this. We're changing some of this shit in here. Originally it was supposed to go back to the stock location for the lowers. That's not going to work with as narrow as the rear end is. So got a little ahead of ourselves there. But put a little bit of time into this. Got some tubes bent up over there on the bench. Of course with the, you want to call it air over hydraulic, hydraulic over air, whatever bender. So that way we get bends that are bent, not flattened. See how that bend stays nice and true. Doesn't have a flat spot in it. This place is a mess. My wife cleaned up the floor the other day. I walked in. Okay, so back to what I was saying. I got a phone call. Forgot to put my phone on mute or whatever the hell it's called. So what I was saying is, the floor was very clean the other day. When I walked in yesterday, I walked over and turned the light on, and I turned around and I couldn't believe the floor was so clean because my wife had swept it and organized it. And then this is what I do in a couple hours of time. From grinding. You know, let's walk over here a second. These cutoff wheels right here, 6-inch. This is $2.50 a wheel. Some of them last. I mean, DeWalt's the best. If you guys out there are afraid of blades coming apart in your face and blah, 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 DeWalt, you don't have to worry about that. And obviously when you're cutting, you cut straight. You don't put no bind on the blade. If you want it, if you need a little area that you need to put a little bind on the blade, you go with the 4.5, and then it's shorter for the cut, so then you can actually roll into it and you can get the cut that you want, then you finish it off with the soft wheel. And like I'm saying, these are the soft wheels. This one is the thicker one. This is a $10 grinding wheel. Of course, it's a 40 grit. But again, DeWalt, best shit out there. My personal opinion. I always do 40s because I take so much off. And obviously, when people know grit, 40, you know, is real gritty. It gets down, digs into everything, gets as much BS off as it can. Sawzall blades. The other day I took a gamble on this one because they just don't make Sawzall blades today like they used to. So this Sawzall blade is one of those diamond, let's see, what's it say? Diamond grit blade. This thing I believe was either $15.99 or $29.99 for one blade. But it looks like it's got a whole bunch of diamond, I don't know, something type of cutting. But we're about to find out about that, but still expensive. These 5-packs right here are what? $20.99. That's crazy. Fucking crazy. Oh, excuse me. Crazy. 18 teeth is a little too soft, so they burn up kind of quick. 10s are a little rough, so they like to bounce around. The best is 14 for cutting metal, cutting into the frames. I know people are going to get mad at me for giving this away and talking about this and that, but if you can do it, you can do it. If you can't do it, you can't do it. That's the way I look at it. And a lot of you people out there, I'm sorry. To be honest, you can't do it. And there's a lot of you other guys out there that actually have names on your places and you can't do it. And I've put out plenty enough pictures. And I've done it for years. Back when I was on MySpace, back when I was on Midwest Street Riders, I used to give nothing but play-by-play pictures after pictures after pictures. And a lot of you, I don't know, man. The shit that I see comes in here, the shit that people send me on pictures, I can't believe the car even drove down the street. There goes the wifey again. Got the broom in hand. Look at the baby. Look at the shop, baby. No shoes on. Baby pulling grit out of her feet, but she don't care, right, baby? Jella.
Show Daddy what you got. What do you got in your hand?
Jella, what do you got? Got Dada's wrench?
What is it? You weren't supposed to say that.
Oh, no, you didn't.
It's not broken. What is it?
All right, so once I get some things set up at the other shop, I'm only really here in this shop until the 26th. So, I mean, obviously this is going to be done in a couple days. This one right here, I just got to put back up there, put the wheel seal in it, and lower the ass end down a little bit more. Got a blue cutlass outside on a mini tub, notch, narrow. Here, so that'd be the last car to do on this lift. Again, if you guys don't know, that is 13 inches wide, lip to lip. No bullshit. I'm not saying it's a 12-inch rim when it's really 11. This is a 12-inch rim. So that means it measures from outside the lip of the front of the wheel to the back side of lip, back of wheel, is 13 inches overall. 13 inches underneath the back of this car was a effort to fit. Now, yes, if it had a skirt, you could already see where the skirt would show it sit. But I can get another 1.5 to 2 inches out of it. So that's what I'm doing. But yes, I ripped the outer wheel axle seal when I slid the new motor axles in there. I must have cut it. I forgot to put grease on it, blah, blah. Like I said, I'm not perfect. I make mistakes too. Alright, well, I guess that's enough of me rambling. Basically, all I'm doing, as you can see, the shop is a mess. Thrashing on shit. Got no worker, no good worker that, come in to actually clean and organize, that's not asking for an arm and a leg. I mean, come on. You got lug nuts sitting here. Put all the lug nuts together. You know, the lug nuts are even stamped. Well, there's a 1/2 inch by 20. Put all the 1/2 inch by 20 together. Put all the 12 by 1.5s together. Put all the 7/16s together. You know, anything that looks important, put it somewhere. But get all these guys that, oh yeah, I can do this, I can do that, and then everybody wants to fabricate. I don't need nobody to fabricate. I'm the fabricator. So I need somebody that's going to clean, take care of things, bust the suspensions out of the cars, you know, not somebody that's sitting there asking me question after question after question, not somebody that's sitting there on their phone all day. So there you go. I got no problem paying good as long as the person is good. I know everybody's going to be hitting me up, oh man, all this, oh, ooh. No. Alright, let's look at this a little bit more. As you see, there's the spindles for it. I already cleaned them all up, painted them. There's the sway bar for it, already totally cleaned up, painted. Got the brand new sway bar links in the office. So once I get all this shit put together, it'll be all put together. Yeah, I got some on his headers, but the headers weren't all that. He ain't keeping this big block in it anyways. But yeah, a lot of you are probably asking about this inner being cut off. Then you got this big opening. I think I'm going to end up making a patch panel that maybe a little slit here or something to where this a dip inwards and then kind of curve with it. And then I could, you know, there's plenty here to screw it or pop rivet it. You know, there's a couple areas. You got this whole lip you could pop rivet it to, just so it hides this look. You know, really not much you can do. I mean, cut it out however you want to cut it out. You know, there's no perfect way to do it. I mean, there is, but I'm not getting paid no damn 10 grand fucking, excuse my language again, you know, $100,000 for a build or a frame off build, stuff like that. I mean, come on. Alright, well, a lot going on, a lot more going on. The list keeps getting longer and longer. I know everybody that I promised I'd get them in. You guys are on the list. Text me, remind me, text me weekly, remind me. The new shop, I'm gonna put a big dry erase board up, like a 4x8 dry erase board, and I'm gonna have the wife write up on there what cars are what cars are next. If things have to get moved around, things have to get moved around. If I can knock out a smaller job in the time that I'm waiting for parts on a bigger job, that job might just have to get done before the bigger job, and you're just gonna have to deal with it. Because if I just sit there and wait for the parts for your job when I could get this job done that's way smaller, it's business. It's not personal, it's business. Everybody calls, everybody's like, oh, wah, this and that. It's cool. I'm getting to it. I'm working. I'm not just sitting on my ass, you know, like polycartine. Alright, y'all. That's all I got to ramble about right now. T-type. Rear end. Biz nasty. I think I already showed the front of this, but it's notched. It's painted. Rounded. Got all the new shit on it. See these little marks on the caliper? Let's see. See them marks on the caliper right here? This is what somebody did. So it's at this shop, and someone decided, oh, it's going to another shop. So they threw a set of 15-inch wheels on the front, being two different offsets. So the driver's one went on, and they just bolted it on, didn't care. So obviously the paperwork of these rotors, Willwood, big six piston, say right on there that they will not clear a 15-inch rim. So what did they do? They put 15-inch rims on the car and tore the shit out of the man's calipers. So I'll put a little bit of paint over that to try to hide it. There ain't really much more I could do. Take like some nail polish or something. But yeah, you know, that's what people do when they sub jobs out. And I don't get that either. People sub jobs out and then they call the customer and they complain to have the customer complain to the guy that they subbed the car out to. Does that even make any sense? It doesn't really make any sense. And then you want a car to get done, but then you're calling your other customers that you referred this guy to about their cars, and then you call them and have them call and complain and complain and complain. So then you have, you know, let's say 3 people complaining and everybody's saying the same thing. I want my car for this weekend. I want my car for this weekend. Knowing damn well you ain't gonna get 3 cars done with the extreme work that we do to them. So obviously it doesn't take a genius to figure out everything I'm talking about. But yeah, Moog, Centerlink, Moog, idle arm, Viking Coil Overs, Qa1 uppers, Qa1 lowers. And this may surprise you guys, I do all my alignments myself. I got the old school plates you set on the ground, set the tire on it. I make the spindles exactly the same on both sides so they degree the same amount of shims in the top. I'll have the wheels straight up and down. I'll have the alignment perfect, toe in and toe out perfect. Cars drive straight down the street, no pulling. If your car pulls a pinch to the right, you know, if you let go of the wheel and it slowly goes to the right, you know, within 1/8 mile or so, whatever. It's better for your car to swerve to the right to go off the road than to swerve to the left and go into oncoming traffic. So, but yeah, here we are. Gonna make a whole bunch of more big changes. Get the hell out of this little shithole. I knew it was too small when I got in it. But alrighty, y'all. Bedded Up Customs. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like, view, whatever that is. I'll bring you a lot more, and I'll get better with this. So, everybody out there, give me some subscribers, please. Alright, Bedded Up, Bankroll Tim, out. Baby Jella, out.